So actually, as of now, I mean, if you are the 100 Palms owner and then you are tuning in right now, okay, please give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Good job, okay. Not easy to get a unit on day one, and then you are sitting on very handsome profit right now. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Avenue 88 Podcast. So today we have some new faces. Let's welcome Phoebe. And then we have our latest joining member, Louis.
Hello everyone.
I'm Benny.
Yes. And so today topic is about EC, and we all know that all EC make money. Oh, really that. Okay. But one particular transaction actually caught our eyes. It is the transaction that with a profit of 1.74 million.
And this is the only unit that has been done above the $3 million mark, and it's not even a penthouse unit.
Yes, and that's right. And so this EC is the 100 Palms, okay? And the owner make more than double.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So this really aroused our interest, and exactly how hot is this 100 Palms, right? And why did 100 Palms did so well over the short span of 5 years? Because they just only MOP last December. So about 5 years plus. And will we see another repeated success of 100 Palms? So we took a deep dive into researching 100 Palms, and we got this question answered. So watch till the end.
And this podcast will be split into 2 parts because it's quite a lengthy content that we'll be covering. So we'll be covering the first part, and later on we'll be covering the second part.
That's right. Okay, so let's start off with 100 Palms, right? So 100 Palms actually in total there are 50 profitable transactions.
Wow.
And there are 0 unprofitable transactions.
Impressive.
Yeah, according to HProp. Okay, so out of these 50 transactions, 13 of them actually crossed the 1 million profit. Yeah, and I think actually most people will say that usually they are the bigger size units, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The answer is no. Okay, out of these 13 units that cross 1 million mark, right? Only 2 are 5-bedroom, 2 are 4-bedrooms units. The rest 9 units are all 3-bedroom units.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And out of these 9 3-bedroom units, right, 2 of them actually the size is less than 1,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah, so actually small units got hope. Okay.
True.
Yeah, so 100 Palms actually is kind of unique. Okay, that even the smaller size unit also make very good profit as well. So other than these 13 units that make the $1 million mark profit, right, the rest of 37 units all cross the $500,000 profit. Voila. Yeah, so something that even more mind-blowing is that out of these 50 transactions, 46 units, these 46 units, right, make profit more than double.
Oh, wow. So that's actually more than 100% returns for these owners, right?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So out of these 46, right, the 4 units that didn't cross the double or didn't cross that mark, right? Okay, 3 of them actually are pre-MOP sale, meaning to say they sold before December last year. Yeah. So I think these owners, maybe they got the special approval from HDB.
Yeah.
Then they sold it before the MOP time. And the 4th one, the 4th unit, right, that didn't double in profit, right, is because actually this owner didn't buy on day one.
Oh.
He bought the bounce out unit.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, but this fourth owner, right, actually his profit is still over $500,000. Wow. So actually it's quite sick in terms of profit.
Now.
So when it comes to bounce out unit,
Yes.
is there any difference between the price that was being launched compared to bounce out unit?
Yeah, definitely. So like day one, actually I can still remember like day one when they first launched was in 2017. Okay, so and then it was sold like 100% on day one.
Correct.
Okay, in just 7 hours.
Correct. I remember that. I was also over there bringing my buyers to go and view the units, the show flat.
Right.
Yeah. So it was like full queue.
Yes. Yeah. So actually like and back then actually it's still physical balloting. Meaning to say really the developer put their hand into the box. Then they draw lock, 抽签, and then they will physically call the number. Yeah. So the last time is very manual. Yeah. So actually like back to Benny's question about like
Difference between bounce out unit and
day one
unit. Yeah.
So usually developer, when there's some bounce out unit, what constitute to a bounce out unit is because actually sometimes maybe like EC we need a family nucleus, right? But maybe during
Things
that
happen
time, things happen then the couple split their way or something like that. Then they no choice, they got to forfeit this EC because they cannot hold this EC in that sense. Then no choice, the unit will be returned to the developer, and developer can resell this unit at a higher price.
Usually at a higher price, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
usually at a higher price. think at least 3 to 5% at least, or maybe even more.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't have the exact number, but definitely even more.
Mm.
So actually, as of now, I mean, if you are the 100 Pumps owner and then you are tuning in right now, okay, please give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Good job, okay. Not easy to get a unit on day one,
Yeah.
and then you are sitting on very handsome profit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Benny, can you share with us, like, other than 100 Pumps, or what are the other units that, or other EC that are performing
Sure.
very well?
So to continue from what Jackie has mentioned, back then 100 pumps, actually the average launch price was about 840 per square foot. And the next upcoming executive condo to MOP in the same district 19 will be River Cove Residences. Expected MOP is about third or fourth quarter in year 2025, which is this
Wow,
year.
coming soon?
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
and
soon.
River Cove was already selling at around 960 plus per square foot back in year 2018. And it was also the only executive condominium launched during that year.
Wow.
So
900
likewise-
plus, 900 plus square feet, per square foot is still very cheap.
Yeah, correct. Less than 1,000.
Yeah.
So likewise, come 2026, this could be this is probably the only EC to hit the resale market
Right.
after 5 years.
Yeah.
So any guesses how River Cove is going to perform in the resale market?
Okay, if just based on the cost price, yeah, I think hot lah.
Hot lah.
I
Only
think it
one
will
word
quite
for
hot
it.
lah. Based on the cost price less than 1,000 PSM
Yeah.
versus today's
Today's market
going price.
yeah.
I think River
We
Cove will be
expect
quite
that.
hot.
Yeah,
And
so
overtake
okay.
100 pumps.
Yeah, so if I refer to the Business Times article that was published very recently on 28 April 2025, it actually shows the top profit and loss making resale deals done in quarter 1 2025. So 100 pumps actually topped the charts lah. The first one notably is the one that Jackie was mentioning. It profited 1.7 mil and it's more than 132%.
Wow.
And the next one is also a 100 pumps, a unit from 100 pumps residences. And this one is, the profit is 1.347.
Wow.
And the profit margin is at 122%.
Wow.
So what about the prices for nearby ECs around 100 pumps? Okay, so first of all, the average prices done for 100 pumps is about 1,700 per square foot. And this is higher of Esperina residences, which is 1,500.
Esperina is the one near Bangkok,
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
Bangkok,
correct.
yes.
Bangkok MRT, right next to Bangkok MRT.
Yes, that's
Correct.
right.
Yeah.
So Esperina was done at about 1,500 per square foot. And next in comparison is the Topiary, which is done at about 1,400 per square foot. So this can also be because 100 pumps is the newest among the three of them. And there are other factors affecting the price differences, which we will discuss further later.
Yeah.
So what about EC prices comparable to HDB prices? If we look into the database on a 10 years timeline from 2014 until today, right? Average quantum prices of EC have already shifted about 1.8 times more compared to HDB
Yeah.
to about 2.3 times more to date. And what about the price gaps between ECs and private condominiums? When buying ECs during launch, they are still considered subsidized housing with almost similar policies and regulations to buying a HDB
Yeah.
flat. So you have to consider income ceilings, MSR limits. So when we consider launch prices between these two products, I would say there's still a healthy and consistent price gap difference. And if we look at the recently launched EC in Tampines, Aurea, this EC enjoyed strong demand and sales of more than 90% on launch day itself.
Yeah. So actually, Orwell's was already sold out during the second timer launch earlier in April.
Yeah, so now it's already fully sold, and the average prices actually moved around 1,700 per square foot, and this is also right next to an integrated development. While Parktown Residences, which sits probably approximately 500 meters away from Aurea, was already selling at more than 2,300 per square foot onwards, average T. And this is a remarkable $600 per square foot price difference comparing these two projects.
What so I think like Oreo likely to be the next 100 pumps in the future.
Wait, I may have another real case study to share with you later that it will be even
Perform better than Oreo, really?
Wow,
Yeah.
very interesting. So next we look at the top 5 highest executive condo capital gains to date. So before 100 pumps actually topped the chart, it was actually done at Bishan Loft, and the holding period was 11 years. The capital gain was close to 860,000. Then the next one done was the one that we mentioned, 100 pumps at 1.737. But if we look at the one most recently done with the highest capital gain, right, the title goes back to Bishan Loft, which was done at 1.796408 million. capital gain.
Wow.
And likewise, holding period was 11 years. So there's still a difference. 100 pumps was a shorter holding period,
Yeah.
probably close to less than half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to clarify here, the holding period is actually start from the MOP date, right?
Yes, correct. So you have to consider
collection
key
date.
collection. Sorry, not MOP date. Key collection
For
date.
the key collection date.
TOP
yeah.
date.
Okay.
Yeah.
TOP
So they
date.
have to consider the minimum occupation period of 5 years
Yeah.
before they can sell the unit. So 100 pumps, a lot of owners are actually selling after the 5-year mark, which actually contributes to the 6 years holding period for those that have already transacted.
Yes.
And Bishan Loft, you still see transactions going on, and right now the holding period is about 11
Yeah.
to 12 years for first time.
It's a much older project.
Yeah, for
near
first time
Bishan,
buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, what are the ECs that are top performing for year 2024? Okay, if I look at the list, the number one top performing was at Treasure Crest. This is at Sengkang. The next few that follows are at Choa Chu Kang, Wonderville, Inns Residences, Soul Acres, and the last one is Visionaire at Canberra.
I think these are the projects that that was also, basically launched when there are no other EC launched in the other region.
Yes,
So
correct.
that's why these are the only these are the only EC that was performing much better.
Yeah,
Right.
these 5 ECs that I mentioned was for the year 2024, before 100 pumps came into the picture.
Yeah.
So right now, I believe 100 pumps should be either in the
Outshine
top
them
two lah. Yeah, should either be in the top or the top 2 performing ECs for this year onwards. So next question I want to ask: Do you all think all ECs are going to be profitable or supposed to be profitable?
I think so,
I think
Personally,
100%.
Yeah.
100%
If
for
they
Louis.
are
Yes.
if they are the first time home
Yes, first
buyer,
time, must
yeah,
be
first
first
time
time.
EC, I think they will
Okay,
be the
to
one
answer
making
that
money.
question before we round up the first part is that actually not all EC made project, and one such project is actually at Yume Green that was launched in 1998. This is located along Choa Chu Kang North in District 23, and it actually suffered a few unprofitable transactions.
But what's the reason for these like unprofitable transactions?
Okay, I actually went to view one of the units with one of my colleagues before for rental, and actually I noticed that the layout at Yume Green is very irregular. So this actually contributes to some of the factors that are actually pushing the buyers away, or actually
So like
don't really do well in the resale
Not
market.
a usable space.
Yeah,
right?
if you look at the transactions, actually, most of them that are unprofitable are the larger size units, larger size unit with irregular layouts. So if you go in Google Yume Green, you can see the floor plan. A lot of the larger size units are very
Irregular is like what? Like
round
shape.
shape, round shape,
Fan shape.
and some
Yeah,
of them
inefficient,
have triangular shape
Oh.
kitchen areas.
that's
Harder
weird.
to place
That's
our
actually really
furniture
weird.
also.
Yeah, so it's not really so
interesting.
ideal for resale buyers if they
Yeah.
want to consider a very good layout for own stay or to do renovations.
So I think this is like the common issue for like the older projects. Although the size on paper is bigger, but then they are not the actual usable space that we can use.
Yes.
Because actually right now these days, although the unit size are smaller,
Yeah.
but then they are in regular shape, like a proper square or proper rectangular
Yeah.
size.
Yes.
So
yes.
so in a way, actually, it's easier for you to place your furniture.
And I think to add on, I think nowadays these are all more efficient. So including we also have the harmonization plan
Yes.
where it has they don't take into consideration of aircon ledge
Yeah,
anymore.
AC
Yes.
ledgers, all these are being omitted already.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching to the end, and time is running out for this part 1. So if you find this episode helpful or entertaining, please help to like and share. And stay tuned for part 2, where we will share the exact mechanics on why 100 pumps is so hot. And
Yes.
will there be another repeated success of 100 pumps? So till next time, bye-bye.
Bye.